welcome to HackOnLisk Awards. Again, as I was saying, we're very excited, very happy about this one. This is our first online hackathon, the first edition of HackOnLisk, and we decided then, instead of just announcing the winners as it is, to throw this quite informal yet dynamic live stream to get everyone involved. So we'll be showcasing the best that was built using the latest version of our SDK, as well as awarding the submissions with a total of $33,000 paid in LSK. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Miguel, the community manager at Lisk. So without further ado, let's start with the format, which I'll guide you through very briefly. So as you all know, this was an online hackathon, and we hosted it on the DevPost platform. Everything went amazing, so we're very happy with that. One thing that we are considering, though, we are gathering feedback in regards to the time frame. So we have given participants about 6 weeks, and we are now considering collecting feedback, perhaps to extend this period further for the next edition of HackOnLisk. Our main goal, as you might imagine, was to get participants to build using the latest version of our SDK, Lisk SDK 5.1, and for them to build blockchain applications with it. And we're very happy with the submissions. In terms of categories, we at Lisk analyzed the current blockchain and cryptocurrency landscape. We came up with about 8 categories as suggestions. Of course, any submission would be valid, but as suggestions, we had namely lending, stablecoins, NFT marketplaces, which were very popular for this edition of HackOnLisk, the collectibles, prediction markets, social networks, DAOs, and oracles. As for the timeline, I think the main focus here should be, so today, as you know, 23rd of July, winners announcement, and as you might remember, the event was first announced during Lisk.js 2021. Submissions started 28th of May, so we've given participants about a week to prepare. And then the period that you can see here until the 13th of July, we allowed participants to submit, and then we started a judging period. As I said previously, we are considering this for the next edition. As for the requirements, of course, participants had to build blockchain application using Lisk SDK 5.1.0. We've also made available all the resources necessary, also in regards to documentation. Code had to be open source and available on GitHub, of course. They had to include as well user interface for the blockchain application, and also, as you might appreciate for this event, a demo video for the blockchain application, which we'll go through in a bit. Now for the prizes overview. As you all know, so we had a total of $33,000. These will be paid in LSK, and for that we had 6 main prizes. The first place, second place, and third place, and then the Lisk Community Choice Award, as well as 2 partner prizes, also bonus prizes for We Are Developers and BTC Eco. Additionally, we've also wanted to throw something a bit more exclusive for as a non-monetary prize. For that, we will include Lisk swag. So that could be a goodie bag, for instance, an opportunity to promote the project, technical support, and very important for this instance, a preferential selection to join the Lisk Grant Program, our news program, which will be given a grant of 60,000 Swiss francs. Special thank you then for to Cointelegraph, BTC Eco, We Are Developers, Waxman, and the Gibraltar Association for New Technologies, which were our partners for the first edition of HackOnLisk. Okay, without further ado then, let's look at the project gallery. So we've had a total of 289 participants registered. From those, 13 elected. Awesome ones. I'll briefly guide you through them, and then, of course, you'll be able to see the videos once you see the winners, of course. So let's start. First off, Lisk cards. Lisk cards are collectibles that can be purchased and traded on the Lisk cards chain. Users are able to mint a new card, which is randomly generated. Cards can be bought and sold on the marketplace then by Carbon and community members. Very cool to see. Moving forward, Lisk Collectible. Lisk Collectible is a prototype application using the IPFS that enables anyone to sell rights to a group of files as an ownable NFT backed by Lisk. Then we have Mint. Mint is a tokenization as a service platform that enables anyone to create and transact in both fungible and non-fungible tokens, helping to bridge the gap between fiat and digital economies. And we have Sleep, Lisk's NFT example with Firebase image uploading, NFT levels, and more. Says Jeremy. Quite cool branding, if I can say. Moving on to Tom's submission, also known as Andro. Journals. Journals is then a research hub where news is driven by user collaborations and AI. Contributors directly share profits generated by the popularity of news events via quadratic funding. Again, you'll be able to see these videos in case they are the winners. Or you can also go over to our YouTube channel and we have a playlist there. Going back then, we have PixelLisk as another submission. As you can see in the description, PixelLisk is a blockchain-powered evaluation system for pixel art lovers. Quite cool to see the Lisk logo here, but in pixel. Moving forward, we have NFT Keys, which is a CD keys marketplace built on Lisk, as you can see. All right, then we have Chill Marketplace. Chill Marketplace is today an NFT marketplace on Lisk that promises there will be an NFT decentralized exchange in the future. Last two then, Moracle Stablecoin by Jackson Roberts. This is not the first time we see a submission by Jackson, so we really appreciate his contribution. Moracle Stablecoin is then a way for you to use your LSK tokens to take out loans of a USD-backed stablecoin. You can transfer your LSK to a sidechain using its asset wrapping technique and issue a new Moracle USD, which will be the MUSD, via collateralized debt position. Great. Smart Sneaks. Smart Sneaks is a retail startup which leverages the power of AI to create sneaker design and NFTs when releasing sneakers. It has an online marketplace which includes physical shoes that are matched with digital NFTs. I said last two. I lied, apparently. Lisk Casino by the beloved Musi team. Lisk Casino is then a deterministic pseudo-random number generation that provides the ability to create an online decentralized casino with some fun additions. Moving forward to now the last two, Mesonet, and very simply put, it's a media monetization network that uses the Lisk protocol. And last but not least, Lisk RBAC, which is a standalone Lisk module providing a flexible role-based access controls to Lisk blockchain applications. Very cool. Right, there you have it. So here's the complete list of elected and eligible submissions. So you can see once again. I will also I see a conversation going. I would also encourage everyone to go on Twitter, hashtag HackOnLisk Awards, just to share the event. That would be great. And we also want to thank you, because this has allowed us, this is the first online hackathon. We're already considering the next one, but more information on that in the end, so stay tuned. We've attracted participants from all over the world, which is great to see. All right, almost the moment you've been waiting for, the awards breakdown. So you've seen the overview. Let's just break it down once more, just before we move on to the actual prizes. As you can see, we have 3 main prizes, first, second, and third. You can see the first one, $10,000, the second, $8,000, the third, $5,000. Again, all paid in LSK tokens. We also have the bonus prizes, the Lisk Community Choice Award, BTC Eco, and then we are developers. All right, so let's start then with the prizes. And for the first bonus prize, that will be the Community Choice Award, which includes $3,000 paid in LSK tokens. So let's do it. So the Community Choice Award goes to, getting a bit of suspense, PixelLisk. Congratulations. That is $3,000 in LSK tokens. I think now is a perfect chance to watch a bit of the video to get to know what PixelLisk is all about. I can see in the comments, everyone's super engaged. That's great. So congratulations. So let's see what PixelLisk is all about. Let me confirm. I'll just confirm that. One moment. We will reshare the screen just to enable the sound, just to make sure that you can hear the presentation, of course. PixelLisk is awesome. It is. Okay. Now's the time then. PixelLisk, everyone.
Everyone, today I am presenting my blockchain project, PixelLisk, which I have made for the HackOnLisk Hackathon. PixelLisk is a platform where anyone can design and create a pixel artwork. Each pixel artwork is tagged to a non-fungible token. PixelLisk has a unique feature, which is that it allows the community to participate in judging and evaluating the value of the pixel artwork submitted. They can do so by choosing to upvote any pixel artworks that they like, and thereby increasing the value of the corresponding NFT. The value of the pixel artwork will then be equivalent to the final value attained by the NFT. Let us dive straight into the demo. We start off at the home page, where any user can see a list of all pixel artworks that have been created. Each pixel art, which we refer to as pix, is displayed with its corresponding image, pix value, and the owner's address. To create a pix, we hover our mouse over the button at the bottom right corner and click Create Pix. This brings us into a Create Pix dialog. We then enter the name for our pix and our account's passphrase. Afterwards, we proceed to design our pix in the 16 by 16 pixel canvas below. The palette supports the standard range of colors, but you can always change the hex code to get your desired ones. The idea for this is to ensure that all pix created are actually pixel artworks. The creation of the artwork requires effort from the user who is designing the pixel art, and thus also discourages low-effort works. Once we are happy with our creation, we click the Save button. Note that we cannot submit our artwork without clicking Save. The button will be disabled. We can also choose to save a copy of our artwork to our local desktop or mobile as a memento. The creation of a Pix has a cost, which also serves to ensure that only quality works are produced. When the next block in the blockchain has been pushed, the Pix in the form of a non-fungible token is created in the blockchain and it will be displayed in the homepage. We can also see it in our account page. The next feature is the Pix Gallery. Each user has a Pix Gallery, which includes a virtual trophy cabinet that houses the 3 most valuable Pix owned by the user. It also displays all other Pix that the user owns. In addition, we can also see the remaining balance of our account, the total value of all the Pix that we own, and our net worth. Finally, we move on to the last but the most exciting feature, the collector. Let's head over to the collector's account page. The collector is a blockchain account whose address is public, meaning that anyone can transfer their Pix to it. The collector acts as an evaluation system where a creator can send his or her Pix to. It is an avenue for the artworks to appreciate their value through sponsors and community art votes. Let's test it out. Over here, I have created a new Pix. Let's transfer it to the collector so that its value can appreciate. There is a handy button to directly change the recipient address to the collector's. After entering our passphrase and clicking submit, the item will be transferred to the collector. We can see it on the collector's page when the next block has been pushed. Suppose another person, Emma, notices our work and thinks, "Hey, this artwork is fantastic." She can upvote our Pix. The amount that Emma specified goes directly into increasing the value of our Pix. When the next block has been pushed, we can see that our artwork has appreciated in value. If our artwork happens to be among the top 3 most valuable pieces, it will even be displayed in the collector's cabinet. Once we felt that our Pix has stayed in the hands of the collector for long enough, we can retrieve it by the Reclaim button. Our artwork will keep its new value and we should see our net worth increase. So what else can we do with our Pix? We can transfer it or let others purchase it. Let's transfer our Edgeworth Pix to Emma. Now, the Edgeworth Pix appears in Emma's Pix gallery. Even if we transfer the ownership of our Pix, we will still be honored as the creator and our address will remain tagged to the Pix under creator's address. In the backend implementation, there are a total of 5 assets in the transaction module. Each will identify and throw errors when illegitimate requests are made. As an example, the transfer NFT asset throws an error if a user who is not the creator of a Pix tries to transfer it to the collector for evaluation. The request will fail and he will be redirected to the error page with a corresponding error statement. This is to prevent non-creators from profiteering by resubmitting the artwork to the collector and obtaining a higher value. Similarly, for the Reclaim NFT asset, if a non-creator tries to reclaim a Pix, an error will be thrown and he will also be redirected to the error page. That is all for PixelLisk. Thank you for your time and hope you have enjoyed the demo. If you would like, you can continue to watch the drawing of Edgeworth.
Okay, that was great, I might say myself, especially the fact that you remain credited as the creator even after you transfer the Pix. So super cool. Congratulations once again. And let's move forward to the next prize. Okay, so for this one, again, another bonus prize comprised of $3,000 also to be paid in LSK tokens. I will invite on stage Sven from BTC Eco, and I'll remove myself. So let's do that. Again, I can see the PixelLisk creator on on the chat. Congratulations. Happy to have you here, and thank you for the submission. We're now just waiting for Sven to join us. Should be at any moment. If you are enjoying the stream, please make sure again to tweet about it. I see Raphael very engaged. Thank you, Raphael. And also share on social media your favorite projects.
Okay, thank you, Miguel. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
That's perfect.
Perfect. Cool.
Yeah.
Super. Yes, thank you, and hello to everyone. On behalf of BDC ECO, it has been a great pleasure to review many exciting projects, and the pre-selection by Lisk seemed to have been really good, as the remaining ones achieved a lot in the short time. And what I really found interesting is that especially the topic of non-fungible token, more than other crypto areas, was in the foreground. I mean, there were like 6 or 7 projects that had an NFT reference, so like about of the half of the funded projects. Maybe it's because it's easy to build NFT applications on Lisk. However, I'm not a developer and therefore cannot judge this. But what I can say very well is that, on the other hand, is that NFTs are more than just a short-term hype we saw in the very beginning of this year. Even if the market is in the very beginning and needs to develop its substance and meaningful NFT applications, I'm convinced that NFT will still become a huge topic. And I also think that the digital scarcity, in the sense of our digital economy, needs non-fungible token. So this is really great to see so many projects for this field. And however, I mean, every blockchain ecosystem needs its own US dollar stablecoin to foster its commercial use. So it's very important for Lisk, of course. And so I think it's, I really like the project of Miracle USD that created a US dollar stablecoin for the Lisk ecosystem, and as well a wrapped Lisk to use Lisk outside its own ecosystem. So these things are very important, I think, for the Lisk ecosystem. So very great, top job. And yeah, but now I would like to slowly come to the winner, who has created an application for the media sector or journalism. And yeah, me as a media representative, of course, it was like particularly attracted by the 2 projects we saw in this field that want to use blockchain technology to overcome the obstacles and the problems in the field of journalism or content creation. And for example, it's like the problem with the fake news or the problem of fair payment for the content creators. And also we see the dominance of the big internet giants such as Facebook or Google. That is a growing problem, in my opinion. And I think that blockchain can be a great alternative or can address these problems. And yeah, accordingly, the 2 projects, Mesonet and Journals, appealed to me, of course, and both contribute, I think, to help the struggling industry of content creators by enabling a new and more decentralized media economy. Unfortunately, there can only be one winner, which would be, and I think now would be the time for some drum roll. I don't know if you can hear it. So Miguel, please get ready for the next slide, because now I would like to announce the winner, which is Journals. So congratulations. It's really great what you achieved. Even the idea was already born 5 years ago. So that's nice that you now had the chance to make it real, to make it happen. So Tom, respect, very good job, I would say. Super great. And let's watch the video together, maybe. Miguel?
Hi guys, and welcome to the demo of Journals. So for the start, we'll use 2 accounts. One is user A, and the other one will be user B in the other window, where we have a pre-uploaded account with 10,000 Lisk. As you can see, we have a homepage where the articles will appear in a bit, but for now, we'll need to fund our new account. We'll send some Lisk over to this account. Let's say 1,000 Lisk. Let's transfer it. Let's also wait for confirmation because we're using the blockchain. We'll always need to confirm our transaction. As you can see, the balances automatically are changed. Now, for the demo of journals, our news research hub will create a news event. We'll upload burningbus.mpvir, and as you can see, the file will be analyzed. That's why it's taking so long. And we will try to extract the context on what's happening. And as you can see, our PyTorch library found that the labels extinguishing fire is prominent in the video. We also have a few others that are not important. But we're using a pre-trained AI model that is not fit for news events, but for demo purposes, this is sufficient. We'll also be using entity recognition. So for example, in this text, we'll have Joe Biden and the verb saw. And as we navigate to the next, we'll automatically see that Joe Biden is recognized and the verbs see are also found. We'll add a location. So now we will create a news event. This will also be possible via mobile, for example, in the future. But as you can see, our burning bus has been top news now. As you can see, this is the burning bus event. We can view the location, City of London. We'll see that Joe Biden is also involved in the event and our event labels. We have an activity overview where we see who created the event and which transaction this was. We also can navigate, but there are some minor details that are not important for this. And we'll also see that this new event has 0 supporters, so it will have 0 Lisk in funding. Now, for demo purposes, we'll add we'll play as another person that also was present at the event. So for example, this user also saw the burning bus and wanted to contribute their video on what happened. So we'll contribute, and similar to the create process, we'll upload our video. It's also processed and uploaded. The video labels will be extracted, where our AI will try to find some context on the video. But in the meantime, we'll also add a location and another version on what happened. So we'll begin with the location again. So in the royal courts. And what happened is that out of the blue, the bus caught fire. But in this case, the person thinks it was Barack Obama who was in the bus. It will also be processed. And now it's wait until the video is processed for the firefighters. And then we can add, contribute a new video to the event. We'll confirm our transaction, and as seen, Barack Obama has been found. It's also an important notice that entities are directly found, so the pictures and what the person is. So it can also be an organization, for example, but the context is fetched from Wikipedia. Event labels is already at 2, so we're starting to get the feeling that people are extinguishing the fire. And as you can see, we also have the second activity, so the event has been updated by another user. Now, in order to really get the platform going, we will distribute, everything is distributed. So also there will be no single user responsible for funding every journalist, for example. Now, we can do this in the blockchain manner with quadratic funding. Now, if we can see here, we have the support button, but it tells us we don't have an active subscription. Now, for the demo purposes, we'll do both users a subscription. We'll say 3 treasury periods, and that's for in a few minutes. We'll wait for confirmation, and we'll also immediately go to the other user subscriptions and also create a subscription here. Now, the 3 is really important, as you can see in a bit, but because we have a treasury context. Now, the treasury, for example, user A and B contributed 75 Lisk, and together the entire treasury holds 150 LSK. Now, an important finding of how the treasury works is those 150 Lisks are distributed amongst several rounds, actually. This is to distribute the tokens across time so that no event will have a huge amount of tokens, because subscriptions were high in that period, and we want to fairly distribute every subscription across time. Now, as you can see, there's also a burning bus present that could apply for support. So we will support this user, and for example, we will support this one, and as you can see, it has 50 Lisk in funding. Now, if we move quickly to the other user, and we'll also fund this one, as you can see, we will submit. Now, to really demonstrate how quadratic funding works, is we can see here that that there is a event with 50 Lisk in funding. We can see the overview, 2 supporters, estimated of 50 Lisk, but because the entire treasury fund for this round is 50 Lisk. But now, if we would create a new event, for demo purposes, we'll use the same context, but explosion, for example. Nothing special here. Similar location, just for the demo. We'll confirm the transaction. And now, as you can see, we have 2 events. The one event is supporters 2, estimated funds 2. And we have a new event that's also new. Now, as you can imagine, you would think that the funds will be evenly distributed across news events, but in our case, we're using quadratic funding. So if we would fund this event, we can now go to the treasury and see that this receives 10 Lisk, and this one 40 Lisk. And this is under the principle of quadratic funding, that big funds receive less, and smaller funds receive a lot more because they want to grow into the ecosystem and get the size, a sizable portion. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Tom, super nice, really exciting, your project. And I can already offer you, if you like, that we cover the story, because I think that blockchain technology or decentralized technologies are like underestimated in the field of media, and I would really like to foster this topic, how blockchain can improve the media sector or the part for content creators. So really great, super great, Tom. And yeah, well, at the end of my contribution, I have the opinion that there should be more hackathons like this, where the focus is on concrete applications. That's really great, because we need use cases. If not, blockchain doesn't make sense. So super great, this event. And in this sense, thanks again to Lisk and the whole team for this hackathon. And yeah, you have not only done something for your own blockchain Lisk ecosystem, I think, but something for the entire blockchain space to foster these projects, to help young people or startups and ideas to grow. And that's super nice. And yeah, for my part, I would be now through and would like to hand over to Miguel. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's great. All right, perfect. Again, congratulations, Tom. That's great. And thank you, Sven, for your contribution, and BTC Eco as well. All right, then.
Hi guys, and welcome.
And once again, moving on to the next bonus prize, we will welcome on stage the CEO and co-founder of We Are Developers, who is online. Where is Sid? And Sable. Okay. Just being invited on stage. And for this prize, this will be $4,000 US. Also paid in Lisk. Now just waiting for Sid to join us.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah,
So,
all good.
yeah. Thanks, Miguel, for having me. Thanks, everyone, for having me, and greetings from beautiful Vienna. Well, I have the pleasure to announce the winner for the We Are Developers Award, this bonus prize. But before that, I would like to share a few remarks from you. So, first of all, for the ones who don't know, We Are Developers. We are a community that is helping We Are Developers to level up their career. We do some amazing events with speakers such as Steve Wozniak and Tim Berners-Lee and so on. So maybe you know it. If not, check it out. And yeah, coming to this hackathon, I have to say I personally really love Lisk as a platform because it really makes this whole blockchain topic more accessible to a broader audience, which is quite a nice thing. And it's open source, it's JavaScript. You know, you can build your own stuff on it. So that's really a cool thing. And especially this hackathon has shown how simple it can be. And I have to say, it was not that hard to do the judging because all of these projects that we had to judge were really cool projects, useful projects with very cool ideas, nice user experience, and so on. And it was easy to do judging, but it was really hard to pick one winner because the projects have been really cool. And my job here now is to announce the winner for the We Are Developers Award, with the $4,000 in LSK. And I would say let's do the drum roll and announce the winner. So the winner is Mint.
Hello, everyone. Today, I'm excited to introduce Mint. Mint is a tokenization as a service platform for the economy of the future. So a little bit about me. My name is Frank Gia. I'm a final year engineering physics student at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. I've interned as a software engineer for companies such as SAP Concur, Shopify, and Redfin. For this project, I wanted to explore the opportunities of blockchain to power digital commerce. I do believe that blockchain is more than just Bitcoin. It introduces the concept of digital scarcity. So as a possible application, it has the power to create the future of the creator economy. It can enable the creation of private digital economies and of course, introducing truly global finance by transcending geopolitical boundaries. So the question was, how do we capture the future of commerce? Because I do believe that the next era of the global economy relies on a seamless gateway between digital tokens and traditional fiat currencies. The answer is Mint, and Mint is a tokenization as a service platform that relies on three key pillars. One being the one-click issuing of both fungible and non-fungible tokens. The second being that seamless global fiat gateway. And the third being flexible enough for creating and powering both public and private token economies. So, Mint would not be possible without these two key platforms, one being Rapid, and Rapid is a global payment solution that supports hundreds of countries. The second platform being Lisk, and Lisk is a very flexible build-your-own blockchain solution with inherent support for NFTs and cross-chain compatibility. Ultimately, Mint is a back-end service that is meant to be the backbone of a tokenized economy, I've created an example application, and this being a creator marketplace. These are important for a variety of reasons. We can now enable creators, whether they be content creators or artists, to reach out to their fans to fund their content instead of relying on getting a record label deal or relying on a film production company picking up their piece. In this application, creators can create their own branded token and sell these tokens to their fans for fiat currency. Token holders can then redeem these tokens for things in the future, such as limited edition content and meet and greet. So you're essentially investing in the future of these content creators. In this specific application, the token is destroyed when redeemed, and that enforces that concept of digital scarcity. But of course, with the flexibility of the Lisk protocol, that does not have to be the case. Let's jump right into the demo. In this demo, I am impersonating a YouTube content creator. I specialize in content centered around software development and engineering. And so, of course, I lack the budget to create these videos, and I'm looking to get funding from my fans. So looking at my current wallet balance, I have no money. But if I go to my wallet, my tokenized wallet, I can go ahead and create a symbol for myself. I'm going to name it FJTech21. Give it a longer display name, and let's say I want to issue 10,000 of these tokens. So I can go ahead and create this token. You see that it was created successfully. And so within the block time of 10 seconds, we see that there is a transaction to create this user token. And this is the Lisk dashboard that tracks all the different transactions. I can now see that I do have that initial balance of 10,000 tokens. So I will now create a sale. So I can sell these to my fans. I will say that they cost $5 each, and I want to sell all of these tokens. I'll give it a little description to say what these tokens are for. I want to fund my YouTube production budget, and I can potentially host meet and greets and exclusive content. So I'll go ahead and create this token sale. Go ahead and view it. And of course, because it is hosted by me, I cannot buy my own token. But if we do go back to that dashboard and I can switch my user to another user, going back to the token page, I do see that for my linked bank accounts, I can purchase these tokens with my Rapid wallet or any linked fiat payment method. So I'll use my Rapid wallet. I'm going to buy 50 of these tokens to help support Frank. I can go ahead, purchase now. And we see that this was successful. So this will actually take money out of my wallet and enable a transfer asset transaction for the Lisk blockchain. Now going to the Rapid dashboard, you see that if I refresh the page, we do see a transaction for $250. So that $250 is now in the bank account of Frank Gia, the content creator. And so if we go back to Frank Gia as a user, we see that we can now go ahead and withdraw these funds, and I can use these funds to create YouTube videos. And I do have a linked withdrawal method. I do want to withdraw all $250. I am going to issue a withdrawal, and this is of course powered by Rapid. I will see that a transaction to disperse my funds of $250 was completed. Going back to my wallet, I can now sometime in the future create a token redemption. So let's say I am free for a meet and greet and I want to allow my fans to redeem their tokens for an opportunity for this meet and greet. I'm going to give it a short description. Let's say they can grab coffee with me in the Yaletown area. I can create this redemption and go ahead and view it. So of course this is hosted by me, so I can't redeem my own redemption. But if we switch that user, this user does have 50 of my tokens. So I can go to the redemption. This user can then redeem their tokens for this meet and greet. You'll see that the available quantity in the background has changed, and this redemption was successful. Going back to the list dashboard, you'll see that we have another transfer transaction that signifies the redemption. So that token actually goes back to the token issuer and gets destroyed. So if we go back, you'll see that I now only have 49 of these tokens. And if I go to the wallet to see the available supply, that supply has decreased because by redeeming this token, I've actually destroyed it, which of course enforces that concept of digital scarcity. Although with the Lisk blockchain, that does not have to be the case. Thank you. So I hope that demo was insightful and enjoyable. Circling back to Mint as a tokenization as a service platform, I do hope that it has the potential to form the backbone of a tokenized economy that can interact with the traditional fiat world. There are several applications of Mint, one of course being a global platform that allows anyone to call the API to create a token or call the API to transact in these tokens and to transact in traditional fiat currencies. The second being the ability to take this technology and give it to companies for them to host their own private blockchain solutions. This can, of course, be applied to things like customer loyalty programs or internal corporate economies if you want your employees to, for example, redeem tokens for a specific reward. And the third, of course, the possibility to extend Mint to help support decentralized finance, to help enable a seamless gateway into these decentralized economies without the high barrier to adoption that we currently see. Thank you very much. I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation. I look forward to working with both Lisk and Rapid to make this a possibility.
Oh, thank you, Frank, and congratulations. It's really an amazing project. It's technically sophisticated. The user experience seems to be great, and it's generally a great idea. And most importantly, it also shows the power of Lisk. And yeah, before I say bye-bye, I would like to say to everyone, just keep going to join hackathons like this. Hope to learn something about the upcoming Lisk Hackathon. So that's basically from my side. Wish you everyone a nice event and good luck for the upcoming prizes. Thank you, Miguel.
Okay, great. Special thank you to our developers, and again, congratulations, Frank. That was great. All right, let's continue. Now, for the most anticipated moment of the event, we will be giving out the main prizes, first, second, and third. But for that, I will call on stage. I apologize if I keep looking that way. I will call on stage Lisk's marketing lead, Monica. And where is Monica? Right. So join us on stage to present the first, second, and third prize.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, great. Thank you, Miguel. And hello, everyone. Welcome also from my side to the HackOnLisk Awards. It's a real honor for me to be here today and to announce the winners of the main prizes for HackOnLisk, our very first online hackathon. So first of all, I would like to say great job to everyone who submitted their blockchain applications for HackOnLisk. And of course, congratulations to the winners of the bonus prizes. It was really great for me to see so many cool applications being built on Lisk. And of course, also so many developers joining our community in the past weeks. We saw on Discord, on Lisk.chat, many people being engaged, involved, and definitely was great for me to see people actually building on Lisk. So great job, everyone. Now I know that you all wait for to find out who are the winners of the main prizes. I must say, as you've also heard from the two judges from BTC Eco and We Are Developers, that it was really interesting to judge the submissions. I think it was also very hard. I heard really great feedback from all the judges we've been in touch with. And yeah, so let's see what the judges decided. Let's go to the third place. So the winner of the third place, which consists of $5,000 paid in Lisk tokens, plus the non-monetary prizes. So the third place winner is Mint. As we've seen already, really great words about Mint. I think it was really great project, and we've also seen in the community many people being excited about this project. We are not going to watch the video again, but yeah, congratulations, Frank. Really great job with your project. Now moving on to the second place. The second place actually consists of $8,000, also paid in Lisk tokens, and of course the non-monetary prizes that come with it. Really nice project as well. So the second place winner is Lisk RBAC. I would suggest let's watch the video.
Hey, Lisk community. In this video, I want to talk about the standalone module I have been developing over the past few weeks, which I called Lisk RBAC. This standalone Lisk module contains no additional dependencies and can be easily integrated by teams into their blockchain applications in order to enrich their capabilities with role-based access controls. So the trigger for me to make this submission was actually twofold. The first one was, of course, that I had this idea of tackling the authorization challenge in general with blockchain technology and how this could look like. But I would have never grabbed my keyboard and get into it, even if the HackOnLisk hackathon came around. And so I actually did that. And after now 5 weeks, I'm very proud to present you my first submission to the Lisk ecosystem. My submission is actually twofold. The first thing and the main thing, which I now call primary, is the Lisk module itself. So it has a couple of transactions, actions, commands, and reducers, an HTTP API, and it also includes a small testing application which allows the developers to quickly grasp of how to actually get this module integrated into their application. A secondary part of the submission is actually user front end. I'm not the person that's very good in building front ends, but I then read that that's an important part of the submission package. So that's what I did the last week. You find it in the link as well here in the slide deck. But what was my primary motivation? So there's a common challenge, or authorization in itself is a common challenge that IT projects run into very early on in the development. With this module, I'm helping teams to actually get across this barrier and continue building what they actually want to build, because they shouldn't spend too much brain time on domain knowledge that they don't know yet, and the module takes care of it. And also, while I was exploring this from an ideation perspective, but then also hands-on, I kind of found that the authorization challenge itself might even directly benefit from the technology of blockchain in general. But the other part of the motivation is that for me, it's important, or not just for me, for all of us, it's important that the Lisk ecosystem is known to a wider audience. And in order to achieve that, the Lisk SDK needs to see accelerated adoption. And by providing use case agnostic building blocks like Lisk RBAC, we can make sure that we reduce the barrier of entry for new development teams, and the speed of development for new applications increases. This is a big driver of my motivation. And this all then, of course, results eventually into that the SDK becomes much more interesting for businesses, which are, as you all know, the key drivers behind any technology adoption. So what's the team behind Lisk RBAC? It's myself, Adrian, but first and foremost, also, I need to mention the Lisk community, who had been extremely helpful, and without the community, I couldn't have been possible to make this submission today. So I want to thank all of them today. Myself, I'm Adrian. I'm working in tech for 9 years now. I've been exposed to various business problems, but yeah, this project now gave me the chance to actually get my hands dirty with stuff that I usually only talk about. So how does Lisk RBAC actually work? The main feature it has, I think, is the has permission API to answer the question when a client asks, does user A have permission to perform an operation on a given resource? The module takes these inputs and translates them into, does there a policy exists which would grant any of the roles that user A has assigned the permission to perform operation B on operation resource C. And this returns just plain a Boolean, true or false. And then the application can go on and do what it wants with this piece of information. Here we have a close look at the architecture of the module, very high level, of course. In the middle, you see the blockchain with finalized blocks over time. And at the top, you see the transactions that are coming with this module. And the key thing here is that you can add any of those transactions at any time in the blockchain's life. So the rule set for role-based access controls doesn't need to be known in advance. It can update over time, and it's all audited and embedded into the blockchain itself, how this rule set changed over time. In the middle of the picture, you see the on-chain running Lisk RBAC solver. It's a small algorithm that takes all the transactions that are being submitted and compiles it into the rule set of its own, and it's built in a way that it can scale horizontally and can very fast and quickly deliver responses to incoming requests. And those requests, you can see at the bottom, are 3 different today supported ones. I mean, it's also everything that the SDK in general supports. So it's an action. It's, of course, an HTTP API, and also the reducers, because other modules need to make those hooks into other modules' logic at runtime of the blockchain. So that's how it generally works. And now I want to sit down and get my hands on the actual application and show you how it works in action. So now about the demo. What you see here is the Lisk RBAC console. The first thing, of course, we need to do is to connect to our node. And now we can explore which default roles are there on a blockchain application, which includes Lisk module. It's these 3 roles, and we now want to add another role to the blockchain. So what we do is we go on the left to configure policies. But before we now can add anything, we need to, of course, sign in as a user who has sufficient permission to submit a new, or to create a new role on the blockchain. Now that the submission was, now that the transaction was submitted, we can go on and create a permission for that role. After we submitted this transaction, the blockchain now has a new role configured, the one of the NFT artist, and it holds 1 permission, as you can see here, NFT create. Let's now check if our user has, or another user has the permissions required in order to create NFT assets. He, of course, has not. So what we're going to do is we're going to assign this user membership of that new role. We now can check and see that this user account here has now, in fact, the role of the NFT artist. So we can now check again and see that this user indeed has the permission to create NFT assets. But what about, does he have permission to create roles? No, he does not. So we can now do 2 things. We can either grant him a role, or we can change the inheritance of an existing role to also include the permissions of, in this case, the RBAC admin role. We do this by going back here and updating an existing role. We now submitted the transaction that also the newly created role inherits all the permissions of the RBAC admin role. So when we go now to the roles tab and look at the NFT artist, we see it has 4 permissions. And when we open it, you can see there's 1 direct permission, the NFT create permission, but it has also 3 inherited permissions from the RBSC admin role. So we now go and check if our user number 4 has the roles create permission. It now actually works. And that's all there is to it. Thank you, and have fun with the module.
Adrian, I see you are here with us online, so thanks for joining us, and thank you, of course, for this useful blockchain application. And yeah, I would suggest let's move to the next one, which is the first place winner, the one that you are all looking forward to. Judges, as I said, they had to pick their favorite blockchain application built as part of the HackOnLisk online hackathon. This prize, the first place, consists of $10,000 paid, of course, in Lisk tokens, as well as all the other non-monetary prizes coming with it. So the first place winner of this HackOnLisk, our first online hackathon, goes to Belgium and to Tom again. Congratulations, Tom, for journals, the blockchain application that you built with Lisk SDK 5.1.0. Really nice to see the utility of this blockchain application, as we also heard from Sven. So congratulations. We are not going to watch the video again, but I suggest, as you are here online, Tom, maybe you want to join us shortly for a few words. Miguel, can you help us invite Tom online?
Tom was officially invited now.
Thank you.
So that's great.
Just a few words. Tom didn't know.
I don't think Tom is available, unfortunately, but he's here in the chat. But I don't think he can join the call, unfortunately. But congrats from my side as well and from Lisk.
Okay, cool. No problem. Thank you, Tom, and congratulations. Really happy to see your involvement in general with Lisk and your commitment on Lisk chat. So every day being there and helping all the other developers and everyone basically joining the community. So yeah, congratulations. Really nice to see. Cool. So that's it with the winners of HackOnLisk. With the main prizes and the bonus prizes. From my side, yeah, congratulations again. Thank you everyone for being part of this hackathon. Many thanks to our partners, our judges, internal and external. And for that, I would like to invite on stage our lead backend developer, Shu, just for a few words from one of the members of our judging panel. So welcome, Shu.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for being here today. And of course, thank you very much for judging and for being part of this great judging process. And I think definitely HackOnLisk was being our first online hackathon was already a great success and a great experience for everyone. So as those organizers, as marketing team as well, very happy with it. The community seems to be very happy, participants, partners. So what did you think about the hackathon? What did you like about it?
Yeah, well, first of all, congratulations to all the winners. I think I saw all the projects and I also saw the codes and the front end and the videos as well. I saw like there are a lot of good projects that is very interesting and looking forward to see develop in the future in the Lisk ecosystem as well. I think that was really nice, and also like seeing the SDK being used for the project as an SDK developer, I think it was really exciting.
Yeah, I think I agree. I also heard feedback from the community that, of course, the Lisk SDK 5.1.0 that comes, of course, with an improved developer experience was definitely of great help to build all these useful blockchain applications. So really nice to see that. You were actually also part of the judging panel, as I said, and spent quite some time evaluating all the submissions. We had actually more, but of course only 13 eligible, which I think pretty cool number for the first hackathon. So how was your experience as a judge?
Yeah, I think it was a bit difficult. I mean, technically, I'm a developer, so I look at the code, but code is not everything, and like the usefulness and maybe in the future or interesting projects for the hackathon is also important. So I think I try to look at in like a many aspect, and I don't know, being involved in that process was interesting in general, but also by looking at the code or the feature that they're trying to develop, I think it gave us some insight how to improve our SDK as well. So I think that was a good experience.
Yeah, I think it's really good to be part of it. And also, as you said, as a feedback loop, it's really great to see how developers use actually what you have been building over many years already. So yeah, super cool. And thank you for accepting to be an internal judge. Of course, as Miguel already mentioned, we are planning another hackathon. And with that, I would also like to not officially announce the starting date, but to say that this year we will have a second hackathon because we saw the value and we saw also the blockchain applications being built. And we think that, of course, different categories can be checked out and different types of blockchain applications can be built. So we would like to do that again. So what would you like to see in our next hackathon in terms of, let's say, other blockchain applications or other industries?
I think in this hackathon, I saw a lot of NFT related projects. Maybe in the next round, I would like to see more. I don't know if it's possible right now, but more system level projects, something like, I don't know, smart contract or random seed generation. I think there was one random seed generation project, but all those more low level projects because it's interesting as a technology, and maybe also something that would be useful in the future ecosystem. For example, we had one stablecoin project, but maybe some more variation of those kind of things. I think, in general, like a project that will be popular in the, I don't know, real network with the interoperability might be interesting.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good point, and we should use this feedback, as you said, for the next hackathon and kind of direct people, developers, to other industries or other type of blockchain applications. Of course, for the diversity and to make sure that the Lisk ecosystem is complex and includes the right blockchain application to showcase the utility of the technology. So definitely, yeah, thanks a lot for judging, and thanks a lot for being part of our first online hackathon. Really cool. So
Thank you.
I think definitely also for the winners, forgot to mention, we, as you know, all the winners have a preferred spot in the application process for the Lisk grant program, which we are currently running. So the first wave is going to end on the 31st of July. So make sure to check that out. Maybe not this wave, but maybe the second one. So please make sure to apply with your blockchain applications. And stay tuned for our next online hackathon that we plan to organize on the DevPost platform. And yeah, join our community on Discord. As you see also in the chat and in the community, lots of people there to help. Our team as well, always present. Yeah. So
also give us a feedback on how to improve SDK as well.
Yeah, that's always very useful. So make sure to get in touch with our team. So thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, for being here. And again, congratulations to all the winners. Thank you.
Thank you.